Om Parabrahma Samarambham Shri Dattatreya Madhyamam Shri Datta Swami Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Sarva Vishwanyasta-pada-padmayate Vamahastalola-veda-shastrayate Jnana Suryayate Datta-rupayate Shri Venugopala-krishnaya Vandanam Shri Venugopala-krishnaya Vandanam Shri Venugopala-krishnaya Vandanam Guru Datta Shri Datta Prabhu Datta Pahi Mam Vidhi Datta Hari Datta Hara Datta Raksha Mam Pahi Mam Datta Raksha Mam Datta.
Parabrahma Samarambham Shri Dattatreya Madhyamam Shri Datta Swami Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Sarva Vishwanyasta-pada Padmayate Vamahastalola Veda-shastrayate Jnana Suryayate Datta-rupayate Shri Venugopala-krishnaya Vandanam Shri Venugopala-krishnaya Vandanam Shri Venugopala-krishnaya Vandanam Guru Datta Shri Datta Prabhu Datta Pahi Mam Vididatta Haridatta Haradatta Rakshamam Pahi Mam Datta Rakshamam Datta. Namaskara Swami. Namaste.
Swami, starting with question and answers. First question asked by Shri Durga Prasad Garu. Why did Lord Krishna allow Ayana Ghosha to marry Radha? Was it not a sin on the part of him? At your divine lotus feet, Durga Prasad.
Here, the personality of Radha is projected, for which the character of Ayana Ghosha is only a secondary item. Ayana Ghosha is not the main character of this drama. Radha is to be projected. Through Radha, a climax devotee is projected. Here, Radha married Ayana Ghosha. Ayana Ghosha was actually the brother of Yashoda, doing service in the court of Kamsa. So here, Radha is elder than Krishna. That is why Radha was not married to Krishna. Radha was married to Ayana Ghosha, who is the maternal uncle of Krishna and who follows Kamsa, King Kamsa. even though she was elder than Krishna, still she was in childhood when she was married. By that time, already Radha loved Krishna. The love of Radha is not mere this lust provoked by hormones. The love of Radha to Krishna is the love of God Shiva to God Vishnu. Radha was the incarnation of Durvasa. Durvasa was the incarnation of God Shiva. And Krishna is the incarnation of God Vishnu. Both are Shiva and Vishnu. There is background, there is a divine background here. You have asked this question, seeing Radha as an ordinary human being without having any divine background. Here the love of Shiva to God Vishnu is not the lust. It is divine love. Even Gopikas danced with Krishna based on the divine love. Because Gopikas were sages who did long and severe penance for millions of births. And Krishna was God. So here you must remember the divine background. If you take these characters as ordinary human beings, your doubt is genuine. If Radha is an ordinary human being, and if Krishna is an ordinary human being, and if Ayana Ghosha is an ordinary human being, then you can justify Ayana Ghosha and blame Krishna. Even though Krishna is a God, suppose Radha is a human being, then you can blame Krishna. But here, Radha also has a divine background. So, the divine background present for both Radha and Krishna should be taken. Then you raise such doubt. So therefore, between the love of God Shiva and God Vishnu, the love of a human being cannot stand at all. And here, through Radha, the role of a climax devotee is being projected. That is the most important point. From the point of spiritual knowledge, you should not take this incident as some ordinary story of ordinary human beings presented in the novel of Edamudi Sulochana Rani. Then you start book review, novel review. You cannot take like that. Yavatam Bhagavate Pariksha. Even the great scholars of spiritual knowledge are to be tested in Bhagavatam. Then only you can call them as scholars. It is told, Yavatam Bhagavate Pariksha. If there is a scholar, test him in Bhagavatam. How much he has understood Bhagavatam. You test. So therefore, here The love is not the hormonal lust. There is no hormonal lust between God Vishnu and God Shiva. God Vishnu is predominating in Krishna. God Shiva is predominating in Radha. And they have already love affair as Vishnu and Shiva. Vishnu became Mohini and Shiva loved her. He became his wife and she gave birth to Manikantha or Ayyappa. So here what happened? They wanted to come in roles again. God Vishnu raised objection. You see, in the last drama, oh God Shiva, you are male character. I was female character. Now let us exchange for the sake of justice. You become female character and I will become the male character. So, the purview of the whole story is totally different. That is what in Narada Bhakti Sutra, page Narada told, Na tatrapi mahatmya jnana vispurityapavadaha. When Gopikas were dancing with Krishna, they were dancing with lust. Lust is always based on love. Their lust was based on divine love of devotion. That Krishna is God and these sages were devotees of God. There is love. You know, devotion is also love. Such a devotion love based lust. It is not the hormonal provoked lust based lust. That is what the sage says. Na tatrapi mahatmya jnana vispurtyapavadaha. While doing lust, while loving Krishna, how they are loving? Oh, beautiful Krishna. Not like that idea is not there. That the physical beauty was not there in their eyes. They were loving Krishna as God. Their lust is based on the divine love. Their lust is based on the devotion. I just give you an example. You see, a mother kisses her son. Wife kisses her husband. Kiss is common. Kissing as an action, is it not common or not? This action is based on the mother-son love. In this case, the same action is based on husband and wife love. There, in that case, action is same.
Yes, Swami.
Lust is always action. Action is same. Brother kisses a sister. Mother embraces a son. Brother embraces sister. There, the action is same. But the base of that is love, which is between brother and sister, which is between mother and son. The basis is different. You should not judge anything by action. You should judge by the intention behind it. In law also, whenever a crime is done, if there is intention, punishment is given. You want to kill somebody, you give some money to some fellow, he does murder. The crime of this original fellow who intended to do that murder, he gets more severe punishment. Not that murderer. There is no intention. Intention brings the results, not the action. Action is enough. Direct action cannot have any fruit. The intention is awareness. That intention brings the result. When mother is embracing, when the sister is embracing her brother with brotherly love, the same action does not bring any punishment. It is not a sin. Same action. But when a lady with illegal love embraces her lover, it brings punishment. Why the same action has no punishment here and has punishment there? The intentions are different. Intention brings the merited sin. Intention gives the color of merited sin, not the action, because the action is enough. This is the concept in Bhagavad Gita. So similarly here, the love between Radha and Krishna is not a hormonal based lust that happens between normal males and females, but it is based on the divine love between God Vishnu and God Shiva. So that is why Narada Bhakti Sutra, second sutra says, Tadvihinam Jaranamiva. If between Krishna and Gopikas, if there is hormonal based lust as the basis, that would have been illegal sin. And punishment will be given to Krishna as well as Gopika. The Gopika is embracing Krishna as God due to devotion, which is also love. The intention is pure there. Because who is this Gopika? She is the sage. When the sage was doing penance, several heavenly angels, Apsaras, came and danced. And they failed. The sage gave a curse. He has already burnt the lust, the hormonal based lust in the penance. How can he get again that lust? Lust? Will God Krishna get that lust? Even when the sage devotee has burned it, will God Krishna get that lust? So where is lust between Krishna and Gopikas? Hormonal based lust. It is only devotional based lust. Lust is action. Action is enough. It cannot give any fruit. It has no capacity to give the fruit. Only that basis, which is awareness, which is intention, that has the capacity to give the fruit. That is pure. The base is pure. Okay?
Yes, Swami. Second question, Swami, from Durga Prasad, sir. Pada Namaskaram, Swami. A woman in a television debate makes a serious allegation on scriptures of Hinduism and Islam. She says scriptures are written by males only. Scriptures ask us to follow dharma, but benefits like heavenly pleasures of witnessing Rambha, Menaka, etc. are mentioned for men alone. Similar references exist in Islam for males. Gender bias exists here as well as in the upper worlds. Why do we need to practice justice? Please comment on this, Swami, at your divine lotus feet, Durga Prasad.
So she says that when a male goes to heaven and gets Rambha, his wife also when goes to heaven, you know, nowadays there are male boys. Not all boys. It's all just ignorance based. Actually, this gender difference did not exist in the ancient Hinduism, because whether male or female, the salvation comes for the soul. Soul is the common item between male and female living beings. And there were great scholars like Maitreyi, Gargi, Sulabha Yogini. In fact, this Maitreyi, Gargi, Sulabha Yogini, etc., some are authors of Vedic mantras. They say Rushi, Rushihi Shunashefa. But ladies' names are also there as authors of Vedic mantras. And in fact, Yajnavalkya could not reply Gargi in the spiritual debate. So, such a distinction, Guna Puja Sthanam, Munishu, Nacha Lingam, Nacha Kulam. Always qualities, Guna Karma Vibhagasha. By qualities and deeds, one is respected, one is worshipped. Munishu, the possessor of the qualities, in them, Nacha Lingam, Nacha Kulam. Gender difference was not seen, and caste difference is also not seen. So therefore, perhaps males might have written those portions of seeing Rambha, Menaka, etc. in the heaven. Females have some decency than males. That is why they have not written such things. But if such a desire is there in females also, yeah, just like Rambha, Menaka, Urvashi, there are also call boys in heaven. That provision is also there. So you should not differentiate such things. You see, always female is always careful about her character, and male is never careful about the character, because the male does not get pregnancy. So, of course, there is some male ego of the husband over the wife. All that was condemned. It is never appreciated. It is told in Vedas, Striyastati Pumsaha. The so-called males are not only females, but also are wives of God. To that extent it went. You know, when Mirabai was in the ashram, asylum of Tulsidas, evening time it happened. Then Mirabai asked her, "Can I stay for this night in your asylum?" Then Tulsidas told, "Here only males are allowed. Females are not allowed." Then Mirabai, Tulsidas is actually the guru of Mirabai. And Mirabai asked innocently, with innocent face, "Guruji, is there male in our souls? I am thinking Krishna alone is the male. And all the souls are females. Because it is told in Veda itself. Striyastati Pumsahu. It is told in Veda. So Mirabai cannot be condemned by Tulasidas. Because Veda Pramana is there. Who is Mira? He is the incarnation of Radha. Who is Radha? God Shiva. What is the God Shiva's nature? Jnanam Maheshwarajichet. If you want spiritual knowledge, the giver of the spiritual knowledge is God Shiva. So Mirabai is God Shiva. How Tulasidas can oppose? Whatever statement was given by Mirabai, it has Vedic authority. That is why Tulasidas kept silent, fell on her feet, even though she was his disciple, and allowed her to stay in the asylum. So, such a simple point, such a very low, simple point, can belong to the low standard of the people, ordinary citizens, ordinary worldly people. But in the level of spiritual scholars, that point cannot stand.
Yes. Swami, Bharat and Jahnavi have a few questions related to the previous answer, Swami.
Pada Namaskaram, Swami.
No.
Swami, I have one question, Swami. My question is, what is the difference between the faith and devotion? Is faith the initial stage of devotion?
You see, just in the recent questions, some 3 questions in the House of Bonu. Yes, answer. I have discussed this at length and gave very detailed, the answers with a lot of details. So you please read those questions, and I am simply telling just outward points I tell. Faith is a foolish word, I told you. Without devotion. Faith by itself is a foolish word. Suppose you go to Narendra Modi and say, I have a lot of faith in you. Please help me. Will he do any help? If he helps, he cannot be the Prime Minister. But if somebody goes and says, Sir, I belong to your party, BJP party. I am a Karyakarta worker in it. I did a lot of work. I admire your concepts, your policies. I did all these works. Then he will help you. Faith has no devotion. Faith has no connection even with devotion. Ordinary devotion. He simply says, I have full faith in you. Help me for the faith. That anybody can tell. Everybody can tell. No need of proving faith is related to mind. No practical expression. Here, devotion means not only theoretical devotion. Proof of from practical devotion is required. I belong to BJP party. By that, he will not be bent. I worked as a worker in BJP party. I participated in those programs. I did a lot of work serving to the party. So devotion has both the theoretical and the practical sides. Faith has only theoretical side. Faith means belief. There is no practical side. And that sentence can be told by anybody to anybody. How it can have value? So faith is simply meaningless word. It is meaningless. Faith. At least I have this much devotion. Because I have devotion to you, I have faith that you will do this work. You present a devotion, based on devotion, faith can come. And faith is not a good word, it is a very bad word. Because whenever you say that you have devotion and I have faith in you, these two sentences connected will give what meaning, you know? I have a lot of devotion to you. I have faith in you means I have some desire that you will definitely do. It's a very bad word. It spoils the purity of the devotion also. When you say simply I have faith, it means the devotion is spoiling. At least God will not doubt, it may be pure devotion. That doubt will be removed. From the mind of God. I was a very cleanliness devotee of you. I did lot of devotion for you. I did lot of sacrifice for you. Practical devotion I did for you. And hence, I have faith in you. Bas, go in that. The whole devotion is poison. Because it indicates some self-desire. Fulfillment of self-desire. So never entertain the word faith. Faith is a poisonous word. Devotion, love, aspirationless love. These are good words, not faith. When you have love and devotion to God, there is a place for faith. What is the necessity for faith? Regarding which you are having faith? Why should you utter that word faith?
Swami, one more question from my side. Can we say that I have faith in God's administration? Justice will be served. If some injustice happens,
See, I have faith. I took that statement, isolated statement. I have faith.
Okay.
I have faith in God's administration is not told.
No. Just
I have faith in you. Only that sentence I am analyzing. I have faith in your administration. I have faith in your omnipotency. Faith in omnipotence also may give back. I have faith in your administration. He will always do justice.
yes.
That is a good word. That is a good statement. So if you simply say faith, it is a poisonous word.
I have faith that God loves me more than any soul. I have faith that God knows me more than myself.
All these are doubtful sentences. By deep analysis. If you do deep analysis, doubts will come.
Okay.
But that statement is all right.
Okay.
Have faith in the administration of God.
Okay.
It is impartial. It always protects justice. It always condemns injustice. That very good state.
Okay.
But regarding other things, the doubts are there. If you do deep analysis.
Correct.
Okay?
Yes, Swami. Thank you, Swami.
Okay.
One more question from Jahnavi.
Path Namaskaram, Swami. Swami, from tomorrow onwards, Shravan month is starting, and the suggestion is to do Shiva Sadhana in the Brahma Muhurtam. Can you please explain what is true Shiva Sadhana and what is Brahma Muhurtam?
See, you take the word Shiva as simply God. Don't take Shiva means his region is Kailasa and he is having moon on his head, serpents on his body, and like that. Shiva means auspiciousness. God is always auspicious. Shivam Advaitam, that is in Veda. When God is addressed, it is called as Shiva. Shiva take simply as ultimate God. Suppose you love Shiva, you are having much attraction to Shiva. You take Shiva as Datta, Shiva Datta. That is, Shiva himself is Brahma, Shiva himself is Vishnu. Everything, don't take any second personality. Only one personality, that is Shiva. Very good. There, Shiva is Datta. Because in Shiva, Datta is existing. God Datta became Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva, the three incarnations. In incarnation, the incarnating item exists in perfectly merged state. You cannot isolate God Datta from God Shiva in your case. So if you treat Shiva as God, don't bring other names and say they are lesser than Shiva and insult them. Follow Advaita in the goal. Not Advaita between you and God. The goal is Advaita. Goal is only one God. Take it unimaginable God, Parabrahman, or Parabrahman is inconvenient, unimaginable. Take God Datta, the first energetic incarnation, because in God Datta, unimaginable God is present already in merged state. Then God Datta became three incarnations, energetic incarnations, God Brahma, God Vishnu, and God Shiva. You take God Shiva, God Datta is present in God Shiva, and in God Datta, Parabrahman is also present in merged state. And God Datta, that means Parabrahman, is already merged in God Shiva. If you take any personality, stick to it. Don't insult others. Don't take at all the names of others. You take their names, give some existence, and then insult. They are lesser than Shiva. The whole your spiritual path is totally spoiled. Totally spoiled. Because even Shiva will not appreciate you. Even if you are making Shiva is the highest. And all others are below. Shiva is scolding you. By keeping the other gods below me, you are keeping me only below me. So God, Shiva himself will become angry with you, not other gods. Therefore, your entire spiritual sadhana is spoiled. Once that mistake is done. Okay? You have that attitude. Worship methods, any method you can do. After all, what is there in the methods? Your attitude is important. Okay.
Swami, one consequent question, Swami. You said that some forms of God are forms of Datta, direct forms like Trimurtis, Trishaktis. But there are other forms of God who act like servants of God, like Kala Bhairava. And there are also other forms of God like Shani Deva, who work in the administration of God, and also other forms of God who are worshipped by black magician like Betala or Ammavarus, a lot of other forms of God. Can we take all forms of God as forms of Datta only and see equality, Advaita in them?
All forms, but there are different types of incarnations. Kalavatara, Anshavatara, Aveshavatara,
Okay.
Purnavatara, Paripurnavatara. You take a planet. To that planet, the God's force is only working. The entire force of God is working. Possession, there is no difference in the incarnations. As far as the possessed power is concerned, the difference comes only in the exhibited power, as per the program.
Yes.
Some incarnation is exhibiting only 1/100 of the total power. That is called as Kalavatara. But the total 100 parts of the power, total power, exists in that incarnation. If you take the possessed power, all are equal.
Okay.
The difference comes only in the projected power, expressed power, or exhibited power. The exhibited power differs because the programs are different, and the exhibited powers are based on the difference in the programs. As per the requirement of the program, the power is expressed. Rama did not show Vishwarupa. But that does not mean that Rama cannot show.
Oh, yes, Swami.
There was no requirement.
Yes.
Requirement of the program was not there. That is why you say Rama is the Dvadash Kalatmaka, only incarnation of 12 kalas. Krishna is the incarnation of 16 kalas. Rama is Purnavatar and Krishna is Paripurnavatara.
Yes, Swami.
So, but in Rama, 12 kalas, in Krishna, 16 kalas, those are only expressed kalas. In both Rama and Krishna, all 16 kalas are present. Even in Matsyavatara, all 16 kalas are present. Even in Buddha, all 16 kalas are present. Possessed power is same. Therefore, you should not differentiate the incarnations. Expressed power differs. That is based on the requirement of the program. As per the requirement of the program, the required power is exhibited.
Understood, Swami.
Yes.
Swami, there is another question from Shri Divakar.
Pada Namaskaram, Swami. Swami, through your knowledge, I came to know that awareness matter is nothing but the condensed forms of the energy, which is actually
Not
again
condensed form, matter is condensed form of energy, whereas awareness is a specific work form of energy.
and yes, Swami, yes, Swami.
Yes.
So our
Both are
actually
forms of energy.
yes, Swami. So if we take a human being, so it's a contains actually awareness, matter, and energy.
Yes.
So this energy is a form of, other form of or some other change from the subtle cosmic energy, or this energy is nothing but the subtle cosmic energy alone.
The subtle cosmic energy totally is not awareness.
Okay.
Subtle cosmic energy totally is not awareness. If subtle cosmic energy is totally awareness, then the condensed form of it matter must be also having awareness.
Yes, Swami.
There are several lots of energies which are inert,
Yes, Swami.
which are not having awareness. Only some portion of the energy has become awareness. It took the form of awareness. Some portion of the energy became matter. Some portion of energy remained as inert energy. Matter is inert. Energy is inert. Awareness itself is non-inert. Awareness alone is non-inert. But entire energy is not awareness.
Yes, Swami.
Cosmic energy is not awareness. Cosmic energy is inert. That is why you cannot call cosmic energy as God. Because God is not inert. God has awareness. Of course, awareness which is unimaginable awareness. But it has, due to omnipotency, God can think. But cosmic energy cannot think. It is inert. Only a portion of it is turned into awareness. And this awareness is imaginable awareness. And God is thinking not due to this imaginable awareness. Because imaginable awareness requires inert energy and also matter. Nervous system is matter, materialized nervous system. And in the unimaginable God, there is neither inert energy non-materialized nervous system. Still unimaginable God is thinking without awareness. Awareness is not generated because of the absence of inert energy and the absence of materialized nervous system. But still unimaginable God is thinking. How? Due to his omnipotency. Due to his omnipotency, he can think. So he is thinking. Are you clear?
Yes, Swami. Yes, Swami.
Thank you,
Swami.
Swami. Swami, next question is from Shri Saumyadeep Mondal. While boiling rice, we need to check samples from the bulk from time to time to reach the final form. Likewise, for the least mortals like us, how to check the progress towards spirituality in between the long journey for encouragement to carry on. At your divine lotus feet, Saumyadeep Mondal.
What is the necessity of the devotee to test his spiritual progress? If he tests and decides, I am on the 10th step, then he may even develop some aspiration. Oh God, I have already reached 10th step. Give me some increment. I deserve increment. Such things also may develop. There is possibility for such development. Just to go on doing the work. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Become the servant of God and go on serving God. The testing all these things are the responsibilities of Sadguru. Because you have no aspiration for any fruit. What is the use of the test of spiritual progress? Whatever step you may be present, you are fixing your eye on God. You are simply continuing the selected, the reached result. What is the reached result? You are serving God without any aspiration in return from Him. That stage you have reached. Continue that stage. So it is only walking on the earth, not flying up. You are just continuing. You have reached a stage of loving God without any aspiration for any worldly fruit or for any fruit in the upper worlds, like save me from the hell, etc. So, idhamutra phara viragaha. Shankara says, idhamutra phara viragaha. You are detached from the fruits of this world as well as the upper energetic worlds. Because desire for in the upper energetic world also exists. That is, Trahiman Narakat Ghorat Raksha Raksha Janardana. You save me from hell. That is desire belonging to the upper energetic world. So, iha amutra, here and there, you detach from the fruits and continue his work. Don't aspire anything. Why should you worry about the steps? You want to remain as the servant of God forever. Even if God wants to give you salvation, and even if God wants, of course, you are already salvated, because when you have influence of worldly bonds, you cannot continue service forever. Even if you continue, it cannot be complete service, full service. So if you are continuing full service of God forever, all these questions will not rise at all. Even if God asks you, I will give you my chair. Sit. No. I want to get your feet only. God will forcibly lift him and make him to sit on his chair. Forcibly. So when you are not aspiring the result, you have reached the climax.
Yes.
And continue in the climax. There cannot be a better level than that. It is the level of God Hanuman. So better than what exists. There is a place for analysis. So I think the answer is given.
Yes, Swami. Swami, there is another question from Miss Jahnavi.
Swami, what is Brahma Muhurtam and what is its significance? And when we say sadhana, what steps are to be done to reach God?
You see, first you must hear Jnana Yoga. You must hear the details of God, which is called as Jnana Yoga. Then, on hearing the details of God, you will develop attraction to God. That is called Bhakti Yoga. Then, the third step is Karma Yoga, which is the proof for the second step, theoretical devotion. Whether that theoretical devotion is true, devotion is love. Whether that theoretical devotion is true love or not, it should be proved. It can be proved by practical service and practical sacrifice. That third step is very, very important step. And that alone brings the proof. You have heard the details of God, Jnana Yoga, that is only water. You have developed attraction towards God, the theoretical devotion, that is only fertilizer. That Karma Yoga is the mango plant. The mango fruit comes only to the mango plant. Even if you have 100 tanks of water, single mango fruit will not come. Even if you have 100 bags of fertilizer, single mango fruit will not come. But at the same time, you do reverse analysis. Without water, the mango plant will die. Without fertilizer, the mango plant cannot grow into mango tree to yield the mango fruit. So without water, no fruit. Without fertilizer, no fruit. And without the mango plant, no fruit at all. You can add one word at all. But really speaking, all the three are equally important. All the three are really equally important. You must have complete true knowledge of God. If you have any defect, if you choose a false guru, and if his knowledge has some defects, those defects will enter into your knowledge. And from knowledge, devotion is produced. Theoretical devotion is produced. Knowledge is the cause, theoretical devotion is the product. When there is a defect in the cause, that defect will enter into the product. So you must be careful in the first step itself, in receiving the knowledge. And your guru must be a Sadguru. He must be the incarnation of God. Or at least a follower of the incarnation of God. Because the follower will bring the knowledge of the Sadguru as it is, without mixing any self poetry. So therefore, this selection of Sadguru is very, very important. And another important advantage in selecting Sadguru is the incarnation of God. You are selecting him as guide. He is also your goal. He is both goal and guide. So therefore, in Gita, Krishna as guide is preaching the philosophy to Arjuna, and at every step he is telling, worship me, I am the ultimate. You think about me only. He is goal. Yes. He is acting as goal as well as guide. If he is guide only, he will tell, worship God. God will give you good result. Always keep your mind on God. But what he is telling? Man mana bhavamat bhakto. Keep your mind on me. Do devotion to me. Madhyaji, man namaskuru. So he is both guide and goal. When you get the goal as guide due to fortune, your purpose is definitely over. Because the goal will never leave you. Because the goal will not tolerate getting bad name. The guide may tolerate, but goal will not tolerate. That's what I used to tell to devotees sometime back in Vijayawada. If Shani catches you for 7.5 years, he will catch you. But if God Datta catches you, till you get salvation, he will not leave you. Therefore, that is the fortune. It is actually fortune. But that fortune cannot come to everybody because he comes down in human form only for the sake of devotees who prayed for him to come in the human form for the sake of darshana, darshana, sambhashana, and sahavasa. These 4 types of fortune. So for them, he will not show any illusion. He will not show any maya. For others, he shows maya. And it is on their self-spiritual efforts they can recognize him. They can recognize. They are not banned. They have some examination. No direct admission. So therefore, based on these things, we have to take care of knowledge, spiritual knowledge, whether you got complete knowledge, whether you got the true knowledge. 2 points are there. Whether the knowledge is true and whether the knowledge is complete. If it is not a true knowledge, you will be in danger. If it is not complete knowledge, you will be also in danger. If the knowledge is true and complete, then you are out of danger. So to know the spiritual knowledge or the details of God truly and completely is Jnana Yoga. You must allot a lot of time for that because from Sadguru getting Jnana is the first step. Jnana gives theoretical devotion, second step. Theoretical devotion leads to practical devotion, third step. Practical devotion gives the fruit, fourth step. Here, the second step, third step, and fourth step are spontaneous. Those 3 steps take each 1 second. The first step takes lot of time. Suppose it has taken 10 hours first step. The time taken by the first step of the reaction is the total time taken by the overall reaction. That is the rule of reaction kinetics. So getting knowledge, true knowledge and complete knowledge, you take a lot of time. Once that first step is over, immediately inspiration will come, theoretical inspiration. Immediately it will lead to practical devotion. Immediately it will give fruit. Only 3 seconds. 10 hours, 3 seconds. Total time. Hours, 3 seconds means 10 hours. So in the first step, you must be very, 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 very careful. And you must give importance to devotion, which is theoretical as well as practical. Practical devotion is the proof for the theoretical devotion. You cannot give your certificate to yourself that my devotion is true. So give me the proof. Everybody self-certified. Every student in the class. I am topmost student. I must get distinction. So every student is given distinction. Exam, God Datta always tests you in the practical devotion, not in the theoretical devotion. He will never ask you, Bhagavad Gita 16th chapter, 15th sloka. He never asks you. When Sadhu Prastha is taking food, after 10 days of starving, 4 people divided that meals. He comes and asks for that food. I'm hungry. All 4 portions he eats. And all the 4 portions they sacrifice. Practical devotion. The test is always in practical devotion, never in theoretical devotion. But theoretical devotion is also important because when you do practical devotion to God, if you think that practical devotion alone brings fruit, then you take the fruit and throw on his face. It will give the result. Practical devotion gives the fruit. And then practical devotion, I threw the food on his face. So eat. No, everything is waste. Priyadeyam, Priyadeyam, Samvidadeyam. Samvida means with knowledge you must give to him that he is God. That knowledge shall not disappear. Samvidadeyam. Priyadeyam, Priyadeyam. With fear and shyness you must give. After all, I am a soul, he is God. I am giving to him fear, shyness. Bali Chakravarti gave like that. Then Vishnu came as Vamana. Yes. Even though his guru told not to do that donation, he did exactly. He is Vishnu. What more is there? I don't care that any loss come to me. He is Vishnu. He is receiver, and I am the donor.
My hand.
Both are this what is there.
Upper hand.
So Hriyadeyam, Hriyadeyam. So for all that, theoretical devotion is also important. Knowledge is important. So, otherwise, you see, God is always not in need of anything. That you must remember at any time. The beggar is only the need. Even if you throw the food, he will take it. Very good. Let God protect you. Huh? He wants, he is in need. God is not in need. He is only testing your theoretical devotion through practical devotion. He is the examiner. You are the candidate. Suppose the examiner puts a question. You don't know this also? Fellow, how you become examiner to be? Yes, I will tell the answer. Note it. Otherwise you will forget. He is not your student to whom you are preaching this subject. He is your examiner. He knows the answer. He is testing you whether you know the answer or not. So all these cares must be will be given by the theoretical devotion. So therefore, theory is important. Theoretical devotion is important. Theory is the source of practice. Just now I told mango plant, fertilizer, water. All the three are equally important. So if you give equal importance to all these three, because there are several people who foolishly think that one alone is sufficient. Bhakti yoga is sufficient. Nothing will happen. That is theoretical. Simply singing songs, shedding tears. Look what boon he gives. You will get more and more tears without glycerin. Your voice will become more and more. That's only. Nothing. No salvation. Theoretical ways of devotion. Theoretical boon. ये यथाम प्रपंचन्ते हम तथैव भजामि. So okay.
Swami, knowledge చదివినా కూడా sometimes we cannot digest the knowledge. So not like reading the knowledge and digestion of the knowledge for that portion.
See, all right. You see, when you study some worldly education, this problem comes there also. But in course of time, you are passing over the problems,
Yes.
and you are becoming a good scholar in that. Then why not in this?
కొట్టారు కదా అంటే తను అది అప్పర్
అయ్యా, నేను నీకే నాన్న మాట. బలి చక్రవర్తిని చూస్తారు అందరు. They come to know that. Vamana is.
కారణం నేను దోణాన్ని ఆయన తీసుకుంటున్నా అని అనుకోబట్ట లేకపోతే
అంటే he had that basic ego. Basic ego was there. That is why he conquered Indra and occupied the throne of Indra. For that purpose only God Vishnu came as Vamana. He had ego. But in the case of God, he did not mind any loss, even though the Guruji explained. He simply told, don't care. Like that. So, for that purpose, because of that point, God Vishnu became the gatekeeper of Bali in the lower world, you know. He gave that boon. I will always stand as your gatekeeper. What a boon is that? Okay. For good, any good thing, good point, good fruit. For any bad point, bad fruit. You are suppressed down for the bad point in him. God Vishnu became gatekeeper. The gatekeeper. For the good point in him. Tirtham is different from prasadam.
Excellent, Swami. Excellent.
Any more?
ఉన్నాయి స్వామి. Srimati Chanda asked, Pada Namaskaram Swami, on this auspicious day of Guru Pūrṇimā, please throw your light to remove my following ignorance. Is it necessary to think God as one of the specific relations like son, father, etc.? If a soul feels God in all the experiences but not in that specific relation, is it wrong? Does that mean the soul's mind is not fixed on God? At your divine lotus feet, Chanda.
So she says that one has selected a bond with reference to God. The selection of bond with God is done by the devotee itself, not by the God. So, unless you don't feel the particular feeling of that bond, why do we select that bond? The choice is given to you. You have selected the bond. I am not feeling the feeling of that bond. Who asked you to select it? You select some other bond. You don't like Rasagulla, you take dosha. You are the selector. You have selected. The selection is given to you because in whatever way you feel, that type of bond you can select. It is given, option is given to the devotee. Since you are feeling that bond more, you have selected that bond. Now you say, I am not feeling that bond. Then change that bond, take another bond. Who asked you to select? Who asked you to continue with that? So it is completely left to the selection as well as the continuing procedure, process is based on the wish of the devotee. Because in whatever form you like, in whatever bond you like, I will be present. He is not selecting any bond. You are selecting that bond. Any bond, okay. Only he sees the weight of the sugar present in that bond. You see, with sugar candy, swans are made. Donkeys are also made. 1 kg, any, whether donkeys or swans, 1 kg, 100 rupees. Now you go and ask, these swans are better than donkeys. So this donkey sweet items, you give for 50 rupees. And you sell these swan items for 150 rupees. Just where is swan? Where is donkey? He is not worried about the form of the item, the weight of the sugar decides the weight. So, the sacrifice, the true love for God you have is important. The weight of the true love you have for God is important and not the form of the bond. I always give you the best example, Draupadi and wives of Krishna. When his finger was cut, all the wives ran in all directions to get a piece of cloth for bandage. But Draupadi immediately tore her saree and used bandaged the finger of Krishna. Used it for the bandage. Draupadi treats Krishna as brother. And all these gopikas and wives of Krishna running in all directions, they have a romantic bond with Krishna. But the weight of the sugar of the sister is far, far greater than all these darlings and wives. Several times we gave this example in knowledge. So it is the question of weightage of the sugar. That is the weightage of the true love present in your heart for the God. He doesn't care for the form of bond, whether it is swans or donkeys, kilo, 100 rupees.
Perfect, Swami.
Because he has already given the choice to the devotee. He never takes that into his head. He never told any devotee, I like you like sister. You will select it. And if you don't feel the feeling of that bond, you change it. Maybe you ordered, you just tasted, it's not good. You bring dosha, you can order. What is that? The idli plate will be taken away. That is also there. But such foolish things will not happen if you select the bond after feeling it. How you feel God, in what angle you feel the God, based on that angle, if you select the bond, such problem will not come. You get the feeling in that bond. So, anything more?
Yes, Swami.
Hmm.
Miss Bhanu Samaikya asked, when God advises something to a devotee, the devotee can take it either as a command or as a test. I heard from an old devotee that when I consider God's words as test, it becomes a test. And when I consider it as command, it becomes a command. Is that true?
See, it is very easy to find out whether somebody is ordering or somebody is testing you. Easily you can find out. Very easily you can find out. You need not be confused. See, you can understand. You see, Gopikas came and told that they love Krishna, and if like that, then Krishna told, "Oh, you will go to hell if you do like this. It is against justice." Like that, when Krishna was telling, then these Gopikas were sages. They have all the supernatural powers. Already they were told by Rama when these sages went in female forms to hug Rama, you be born as Gopikas, I will be born as Krishna, I will come there. They remember that. So they understand easily that is a test only. And therefore we will die. Then Krishna argued only once. Second time he did not argue. Because he also knows, yeah, they know all the past. Huh? They'll put a case on me. You have promised it like that, and went back. Huh? He did not argue second time. Simply he came down from the tree and was sitting on the branch, sounding the flute, singing on the flute. So easily it can be find out whether it is. You see, Satyaprastha is eating that food after 10 days. Hunger. This fellow came and asked some food. One portion is given. Yes, as Atithi Devo Bhava, he is guest. Atithi Deva, he is God. He can order. Just give me that food. They have given as order. But second part he asked, third part he asked, and fourth part he asked. Definitely they will come to this fellow is some abnormal case. He is testing us.
Correct.
Understood. So easily it can be found out because of the abnormal actions of God in test. Easily it can be found out. But God will test in such a way that others will not detect. Then only the true natural state will come out. If the candidate knows that it is a test, he will simply speak from his, not from heart. Yes, sir. So, not, all those things are known to God. He is omniscient. That's all. And regarding the world, you have to take care of those things.
Understood, Swami. Next question. You have said that in spiritual path, the more we try to control our mind, the more it rebels against us. Then what to do with this mind? How to surrender this mind to God?
Yes. When the child grows little bit more, he develops the attitude of rejection and some rowdy nature in teenage. Yes, teenage rowdy nature.
Yes.
So then what you are doing? You are telling slowly and following the wish of the child. And without harming him. Let it do a better profit to him. Let it do good for him. I'll follow it. So, same way mind, if the mind has certain nature, you have to follow it. Otherwise, if you control it by force, it will rebel. It will rebel and you cannot further control it. Just a small example you can take, the divine nectar and coffee. Yes, example. The mind has the habit of drinking something. It cannot remain without drinking anything.
Yes.
That is its nature. You have stopped. Therefore, it is drinking. You are drinking coffee. Okay, following its nature. Then, for attaining the divine nectar, you thought coffee should be first rejected as a requirement. By mistake, you thought like that. You stop drinking coffee. Then it will rebel.
Yes.
After a week, you will drink a big bucket of coffee. So, you have to follow its nature. Then you drink the divine nectar. That drinking, something it wants to drink, that is its nature. So you have to follow the nature and do the sadhana. According to the nature of the mind, you have to do the sadhana.
Yes.
Suppose you have lot of anger, you got anger. Then you go to God and shout at him. Why you are not giving salvation to me so far? What is this? Like that you shout at him. The angry nature of the mind is followed by you. At the same time, a good thing is
Happening. Yeah.
Is it?
Super.
So, like that, every quality you can divert to God and get a positive benefit than negative benefit. So, everywhere you have to follow the mind and you have to accept whatever qualities are present in you. You have to accept those qualities.
Yes.
And divert those qualities towards God. You cannot change the qualities. It is impossible.
Yes.
Qualities, a bundle of qualities is only mind.
Understood. Is mind and soul the same?
Is the mind
And soul the same?
mind and soul. You see, these words are very dangerous. Soul is only inert energy. There is no awareness in soul. Mind is awareness. How inert energy and awareness can be same? Like that, simply I can give the answer. But here, the soul, in her question, the soul means also awareness. That soul should be individual soul. Individual soul is Jiva. Soul is Atma.
Yes.
Soul is inert energy. Individual soul or Jiva is Chaitanya, awareness. So is mind and individual soul are the same? Should be asked like that. Okay, anyway, so the world's soul and individual soul are loosely used, one for each other. That is also there. So, okay, I will take it as the individual soul. Both have awareness. Since both have awareness, are they both same? No. You see, my hand has awareness. I am totally having awareness. This totality is the soul, and this hand is mine. It is a part of the whole. The whole awareness is divided into 4 antakaranas. That is thoughts. Thoughts are mine. And decision by analysis, that is intelligence. That is the feeling of I, basic ego, ahankara. And power of storing the information, that is called chitta. Buddhi, chitta, ahankara, and manas. Mano, buddhi, chitta, ahankara. Mano, buddhi, ahankara, chitta, ninaham. So these 4 are called as antakarana, the 4 parts of the total awareness. And the total awareness is called as Jiva or Jivatma. Or you can call it as Atma. It is very loose terminology.
Okay, Swami. The rest of the 4 questions are also from Bhanu Samaikya. Swami, I am unable to control my mind and unable to put consistent practical effort in your service. Can I beg you to control my mind and help me in serving you? Can this be considered as part of total surrender to God, since I am putting back the ball in the court of God?
See, you need not put the ball in the court of God. There is no need, because you can follow the nature of the mind and can do the service along that line. You can follow the nature of the mind and can do the service without disturbing the nature of the mind. And you see, any service God will accept. Any service is accepted by Him. So why should you worry that this service only? Whatever nature of mind, according to that you give that service. Your service can continue. And God will not mind. What is this? What is that? What is this? Is it rose flower or is it some grass flower? The surrender of the flower to Him is only, He never differentiates the flowers, the fruit. Your surrendering attitude. What is the strength of your surrendering attitude? What is the strength of your true love? If I put a test, will you stand? These are the points about which you have to think in the sadhana. Okay?
Yes, Swami. Swami, I consider ego and jealousy as my diseases, and I don't know whether I get cured or not. All I can do is to take the knowledge medicine from you time to time and leave the result to you, the divine doctor. Is this attitude correct?
Yes, you see, knowledge should be complete and true. From Sadguru, when you learn the knowledge, it must be true and it must be complete. That is why, if he is Sadguru, the knowledge will definitely be true and the knowledge will definitely be complete. That is a different point. Okay. Now, question of ego and jealousy. ego and jealousy towards God, generally they come only when God is in human form, not as a statue. Towards a statue, you will never develop ego and jealousy. What is there? How you can? Towards formless God, you can never develop ego and jealousy. Ego and jealousy comes only in the human form of God, and the human form of God. He is also man. I am also man. He has two hands. I have two hands. He has two legs. I have two legs. I am eating meals. He is eating meals. I am suffering with the disease. He is suffering with the disease. You don't know that he is suffering the disease of his devotee. That you are not aware. You think that he is suffering his own disease. He is born. I am born. He is dead. I am dead. He sleeps. I sleep. He becomes angry. I also become angry. All things are common. Why should I salute him? And all are common. Why should I salute him? I can say hello. He can also say hello. That is the general thing. Why should I touch his feet? Is it not? Touching the feet is a very great thing. We touch only father, mother, some elders, some gurus, etc. So therefore, this problem comes only in the human form of God, about which I told so much in the knowledge. Ego and jealousy are the poison that is produced in churning the sea, Halahala Visham, along with the divine nectar, Amrutam. The human form is very easy to approach. You can ask your doubts very clearly. You need not fear to ask any doubt because he is also in the human form. So all this is divine nectar, Amrutam, deficiency we have. The poison that is produced along with it, halahalam, is ego and jealousy. He is also a human being. Why should I touch his feet? He is having all the characteristics, same characteristics. Why should I touch his feet? Why should I give any importance to him? Moreover, if he is greater than me, if it is proved that he is greater than me, I must get ego and jealousy on him. Not respect and devotion. Any greater human being, you get ego and jealousy. If it is proved that he is greater than me, I must get ego and jealousy on him. Why should I respect him? Why should I touch his feet? Why should I develop devotion towards him? So it is natural. There is one advantage and there is one disadvantage. If you overcome the disadvantage, you will get the benefit of advantage. Is it not? If you overcome the advantage and you are caught by the disadvantage, you are lost. Is it not? You have lost the human incarnation. That facility you have lost. Not only lost here, you will also lose there. Because you are in human form. And God is also in human form. Because of the repulsion between the common media, common human media, you lost the human incarnation. After death, you will enter into energetic body. And you will go to the energetic world. There you will see God Narayana. You are also in the same energetic body. So the same repulsion between common energetic media, here common human media, there common energetic media, that comes and you will neglect God Vishnu and you will say to him, hello, how are you? I just visited. Like that you will talk. You will never realize his value. So that is what it told. Ihached avedi dasasachyamasti Nache dihavedi mahati virashtihi. If you recognize God in this world, you will recognize God in the upper world also. If you lose God here, you will lose God there also. Huh?
స్వామి కాలభైరవ స్వామి వారు నా ఈగోని జలసీని తగ్గిస్తారు కదా కాలభైరవ స్వామి వారు నా ఈగోని జలసీని తగ్గిస్తారు కదా
Kalaveda will not come in that situation. When you are going to hell, when you have gone to God Yama, and Yama conducted some punishments on you, but you are not changing, then he will send to Kalabhairava, who has very, very powerful equipment, to give more severe punishments. Then he will recommend the case, super specialty hospital. Here in our clinic, the equipment is not sufficient. Then he will be recommended to Kalabhairava. That is the context of Kalabhairava. So Kalabhairava can come in this context.
Then how to conquer ego and jealousy, Swami?
You see, to avoid ego and jealousy and reach God is the effort to be put by you. You are asking, how to pass that examination? By studying. By studying day and night. You study sincerely. Write well the examination. Then you will pass the examination.
Wonderful, Swami.
Mm.
Last question.
Mm.
Why Radha is more revered than Rukmini, although Rukmini did more practical service to God Krishna than Radha?
You see, will you give value for quantity or will you give value for quality? Is it not? Cashew nuts, jeedipappu, only small in number, but they are fried in ghee and all that. That plate costs more. So much a rice plate. So, you are seeing Rukmini is pressing the feet of God. Rukmini is pressing the feet of God continuously. Huh? How much work he is doing, how much service he is doing. This watchman is always walking before the gate. And how much service he is doing? That director is just coming for 1 hour sitting in a chair. How much salary is drawing? What is the salary given to this watchman? So you compare the quality. You see, in the time of Rukmini, she was also fixed in marriage for Shishupala. Shishupala also, all his relatives along with Shishupala arrived. Marriage function. She wrote a love letter to Krishna. Krishna came and she ran away with Krishna. That running away with Krishna, while the bridegroom fixed by the parents is already in the city, that is injustice. But that injustice is very little. It can be answered. See, Rukmini doesn't like Shishupala. Rukmini likes Krishna. And her elder brother is forcing her to marry Shishupala. That is not justified. So since she liked Krishna, she wrote a letter to Krishna and ran away with it. It is justified. This can be established. In argument, the advocate can save Rukmini, can make the case of Rukmini to win. You are simply telling that the bridegroom arrived and she wrote a letter and ran away. These are not important points. What right her brother can have on her matrimonial life. When she is loving Krishna, how his brother can force her to marry? And suppose his brother loved some girl, can she also force? Hey, don't marry that. Marry this girl. Then how will you feel? How will he feel? So there is justice. Justice is not broken in the case of Krishna, and that little running away with Krishna, though looks like unjust case, it can be defended by the advocate as justified case. That is not a very great sacrifice for the sake of God. You just take the case of Radha. Radha is elder than Krishna. She cannot marry Krishna. Already she was married to Ayana Ghosha, who is the brother of Yashoda. Yashoda is the mother of Krishna. And Ayana Ghosha is the younger brother of Yashoda. See, how related also. Related. Of course, he was doing the service of King Kamsa. He is a follower of Kamsa. So, okay. She was married to Ayana Ghosha. She already loved Krishna. But people will not agree the marriage because of the age disparity. And the marriage was performed because there were some reasons. There were some social reasons. Because there no marriage takes place between an elder bride and younger group. Reverse is possible, not this. And the marriage was performed. And in the case of Radha, a very hard rule existed then. That is, after marriage, you cannot reject the husband. There is no divorce facility. In those days, no divorce facility. She has to follow Ayana Ghosha. She refused Ayana Ghosha. She never allowed Ayana Ghosha to touch her. She rebelled against the existing rules, ethical rules. In those days, society was very, very powerful, very strong, very rigid. In such, this is injustice also. Yes. As per the ethical rules, she prepared. She went against justice. Openly she fought against justice. She sacrificed justice for the sake of God. That is Nivrutti. Nivrutti is always higher than Pravrutti. Nivrutti-stu Mahaphala. Pravrutti-resha Bhutanam. Nivrutti-stu Mahaphala. Pravrutti is always for the human being. Nivrutti is related to God. In Nivrutti, you can sacrifice justice for the sake of God. So her faith in Krishna as God is greater than Rukmini's faith. Rukmini did not disturb justice. Even if Krishna is not God, my case is justified as per Pravrutti. Because I was forced. Manodatta, Mantradatta, Vachadatta, Manodatta, Mantradatta Chitanyaka. When the marriage is set to be taken place, not Vachadatta. Vachadatta means engagement. In engagement, they promise orally. Vachadatta. Actual marriage, Mantradatta. According to mantras it is. But these two are valid only when Manodatta. Unless Manodatta, she cannot be Vachadatta, she cannot be Mantradatta. Only Manodatta can become Vacha Datta, can become Matra Datta. Okay? She can defend her case in Pravrutti, in the standard of Pravrutti. Even if Krishna is not God, there is no danger for her. She tells Krishna is God. Even if Krishna is not God, no, she is in the safety zone. No. But what about Radha? If Krishna is not God, her case is finished. She will go to heaven. Permanent hell. Even that she fought. Her faith on Krishna was so strong that he is God. Why? Because he is God Shiva. God Shiva knows who is God Shiva. So here, the service rendered by one form of God to another form of God, there the service rendered by a soul to God. So therefore, qualitatively, Radha stands in the highest position. That is why we always take the name Radha Krishna.
Yes, Swami.
Only Radha Krishna, not Rukmini Krishna. Never, nobody says Rukmini Krishna or Satyabhama Krishna or Jamnavati Krishna. Nobody says. Immediate Radha Krishna.
Radha Krishna.
Because her level of sacrifice, that is harmless. That Nivrutti, that is the climax of Nivrutti. This may be climax of Pravrutti. Rukmini. So Radha is always correct.
Swami, we are done with questions. Can we end the Jnana Saraswati and
Yes.
start Bhakti Ganga?
Yes.
उद्वेगरहिता संतोषरहिता शांति समुद्रा श्री दत्ता शांति समुद्रा श्री दत्ता शांति समुद्रा श्री दत्ता ओम शांति शांति शांति.
Lord Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that propagating divine spiritual knowledge pleases the Lord greatly. Jnana yajnena tenaham ishtasyamiti me matihi. Spiritual knowledge brings about permanent peace and harmony in the world. So join us in sharing this divine knowledge of Lord Datta and earn the highest grace of God. For more spiritual videos, visit our YouTube channel, Shri Datta Swami. For more discourses on true spiritual knowledge, visit the website www.universal-spirituality.org.